the idea of our time frame overlaps your time frame so that there is a corresponding date that represents my birthday, as best as can be translated into your calendar. It's not that we have the same kind of calendar, but we are simply saying that the idea of our reality as it overlaps with yours will create a coincidental date that is represented by the date 11/11.
I find that very interesting because my wife and I decided very strongly to get married on 11/11.
Yes.
And we're having our first anniversary in a couple of days on 11/11.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
For us, the idea represents something similar to the word in our ancient language, Eli.
Eli.
Which is, in that sense, a reflective mirror.
Eli.
Yes, Eli.
Eli.
The reflection.
And if you say that backwards, it's Eli.
Yes.
Interesting.
And so is 11/11.
Very interesting. I was at the gym, say, about 6 months ago, and I was listening on my iPod to one of your talks, and...
iPod, all right.
iPod, one of our recording devices,
yes.
playing back. If you guys haven't heard about it up there, then, I mean, it's all over the place over here.
Wow. You
iPhones?
see, we have Wii pods.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. That's good. Ooh, I like that a lot. Wii pods. So your pods are like really small? Is that what, I'm sorry. Anyway. Okay, what I wanted to ask here. I'm sorry. Too much sake at lunch. What I wanted to ask was,
yes.
So I was working out at the gym, and all of a sudden I heard you say on the talk that you have interacted with us physically,
yes,
in some cases, and then we've forgotten.
Yes.
I found myself laughing.
Oh,
I
why
instantaneously went into laughter.
Yes.
And I don't know why. And I wanted to ask you, did you and I actually meet at that instant when I heard that on my iPod?
Not as you understand time.
Okay, I'm talking about the physical time that we're
Yes, I understand what
right
you
now.
mean.
So
not as you mean time, not at that instant exactly.
I see. And because you and I have talked about this before, about us having met several
yes.
times in the past,
yes,
and me not having any,
yes.
not even a sense of time loss, which I hear is common.
No, you will have no sense of time loss in this.
Yeah.
The meetings take place in a time-suspended arena.
Ah, okay. Have you ever shown up at any one of these gatherings to date?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
Whatever temperature you want.
Several years ago, I was actually talking with April, and she mentioned that you actually initially talked to us probably 10, 20 years ago about 3 laws, not 4 laws, and you have since discovered a 4th law.
Yes.
Did I get that right?
We understood the 4 laws, but it wasn't ready to be applied to our conversations.
I see. So you had known about it, but
yes.
it was only appropriate to talk about the first
yes.
3 or whatever the 3 were.
Yes. We had to establish a baseline before we went into the idea of altering that.
I understand. Okay, good. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you, sir.
Sure?
Appreciate it. Well, I got some more, but I'll give somebody else a chance.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Bashar.
Any of you, good day.
My question is, where does existence come from?
Itself. It doesn't come from anywhere. Your question itself does not fit in the idea that you are asking. Existence does not come from. Existence only is.
How come there's just not nothing?
There is, but even nothing is something. Nothing is different from our perspective than non-existence. Is that what you're actually referring to when you say nothing?
No, I mean, it seems like way back when, somehow,
there is
somewhere.
no way back when, except within existence. You may be confused because the idea is that time is subject to existence. Existence is not subject to time. Time is a concept within existence. Existence is not a concept within time.
It seems like there had to be some start to it all.
I know it seems like that to you. And within existence, there are starts and stops. Yes. But not to existence itself.
How could it ever get created?
It didn't. It just is. Creation happens within existence. All the concepts you can possibly imagine about beginnings, creations, starts, and so forth are concepts within existence. There is no outside to existence.
Is it not possible to imagine with the human mind how
No.
the totality of existence?
No, because you cannot imagine non-existence. Try it.
I'm trying.
You can't.
I'm having a hard time.
You can't. It's not possible. Understand, again, pay attention to the definitions. Non-existence. There could be, by definition, no expression, no experience. Non-existence means no experience whatsoever. So you can't experience it, and especially then, of course, you can't express no experience. The only thing you can express the experience of is existence. There is nothing beyond it, outside of it, before it. It just is and is not subject to the concepts of outside, beyond, and before. Those are concepts within existence.
So is existence growing and evolving itself?
In a sense, within itself, but not as itself.
I don't understand.
I know. Existence is. It is all that is already. But within itself, it can have the experience of growing and expanding and learning and becoming more and more and more infinitely. Nevertheless, even though it's having that experience within itself, it itself is unchanging. Because it simply is.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Not entirely.
I know. But that's all right.
Okay. I do have a second question.
Yes.
Just curious, what is an average day for you like? Like, what do you do all day?
Oh, let's see. Breakfast at 9.
How do you organize your days, or how do you...
Synchronistically. We don't organize, we don't plan.
What might an average day look like?
I'm getting there. First of all, I understand how you mean the term, but since we don't sleep anymore, we don't really have beginnings and endings to days anymore at all. And since we're not always on our planet anymore, we don't even necessarily go by things like sunrise and sunset anymore either. However, the idea of the so-called average day for me might be that I will be in contact with several different civilizations, establishing rapport and communications to allow for the continuation of relationships or even the beginning of them. I will also go on exploratory missions within spaceships, sometimes my own scout craft, sometimes what you call city ships or motherships, to investigate and explore various regions of the universe or other multiverse dimensionalities. Sometimes I will participate in the expression of art. Sometimes I will participate in the expression of song if it moves me to do so. Sometimes I will interact one-on-one with various beings. Sometimes I will communicate in the way I'm communicating now to all of you, with you and others as well. These are some of the typical, quote-unquote, things that are representative of my passion.
That does sound exciting.
I think so. Oh, wait a minute. I know so. There will be a little bit more of an extension of this idea when we get into our story after your next break.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
Okay, so I have a question for you that I've been trying to figure out how I want to ask it, so I'm just going to ask as I do.
Yes.
When I was very little, in my understanding of time and this space and this body now,
Yes.
I remember an encounter that I had with about 3 or 5 beings. And they lifted me up
Yes.
to the point of levitation.
Yes.
And they danced with me
Yes.
and spun me.
Yes.
And I looked down and was very cognizant of the fact that I was not standing on the ground anymore.
Yes.
And we were laughing, and it was really joyful and really fun. And very soon, it became really fast and really intense.
Yes.
And the beings began to crush me,
Crush in what sense?
in the sense that their grip was so tight that it hurt me
All right.
physically.
All right.
And I asked them to stop
Yes.
because they were hurting me, and
Yes.
they didn't.
Yes.
And they kept going.
Yes.
And in that instant, it was as if I knew that I was choosing to be open
Yes.
and to experience unconditional love
Yes.
and joy. However, I was so fearful that it was my beginning of my definition of what darkness was,
All right.
and my inability to express and be respected regarding what was true for me.
All right. They did not intend to hurt you. And on whatever level they are capable of expressing it, they would apologize. However, what you didn't understand at that point is that you were being shifted interdimensionally in a certain way. The rate of acceleration was very great in terms of that dimensional shift. They had to hold you very tightly so they wouldn't lose you. You understand?
I think so.
They simply had to hold on to you. They understood it may have caused discomfort, but it would have caused far more discomfort had they let go or
Okay.
even loosened their grip.
I understand that.
So, it wasn't intentional, but it was simply a side effect of experiencing a greater acceleration than anyone anticipated. And they simply had to hold on to you for your dear life, or you would have been lost. So they apologize. It wasn't their intention to harm.
Thank you.
All right?
So my question in addition to that is,
Yes.
for the majority of my time in this body, in this life
Yes.
that I've chosen, I feel as if I've chosen to absorb. I
Absorbed what?
when I walk into rooms, I just feel like I absorb energy and
Yes.
people and thoughts and emotion, and I
Yes.
almost lose sense of what my true self is and what my true experience
Well,
is.
what do you want to do with that absorption? How do you want to apply it? How do you want to express it creatively in your life?
I don't know.
All right, well, you can take some time and figure that out.
Okay.
Because the absorption is important, but the expression is also important. You see, you are a transformer. So absorbing energy is one thing, but you transform it through yourself and then express it in a way that's unique to you and add your own energy to the mix. Add your own expression, your own creativity to the mix by following your passion. Does that help?
Somewhat, yeah.
Anywhere else you would like to take this?
Is there anything you have to offer more?
Is there any way you would specifically like to express your passion that you're not doing?
As a guide
In what sense?
to myself and to others.
How? Specifically, how? Through what methodology? Through what expression? Through what behavior?
Channeling.
In what way? There are many forms of channeling.
I haven't decided which one.
There is not one that stands out as more exciting to you than any other?
Movement in water.
All right. Then why don't you begin by exploring that without expectation and see where it leads? All right?
Okay, thank
Have
you.
fun.
Thank you.
Hi, Bashar.
And a you good day.
I want to tell you one of my absolutely knows.
All right. What do you know for sure?
I absolutely know that I have been anticipating this day happily, and I want to thank you, and I absolutely know I love you.
We absolutely and unconditionally know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we love you as well.
I know. I have a question.
Yes, I thought so.
Although I'd like to stay in the love with you, I will ask this question.
Do not necessarily assume that asking the question takes you out of love with us.
Well, it does divert my attention a little bit.
Diversion of attention doesn't mean you're out of love.
Yes, okay.
There are many forms of expression of love.
I do now know this.
Thank you.
Earlier today, the woman discussed her experience with the fire.
Yes.
So I have a question.
Yes.
One frame, she is watching on TV the hillside close to her home that is burning.
Yes.
Gets some guidance,
Yes.
shifts her attention,
Yes.
and now is in another reality.
Yes, so to speak.
What happens to the what I'm having trouble with is understanding what happens to the consciousness that was in the reality that where it does burn.
It's still there.
Is that not part of her?
Yes, it's part of the oversoul. Not part of her, part of the oversoul in the way you mean it.
Yes, and I guess somewhere I have this idea that we're supposed to be integrative, so we have all of that, so I don't really understand how we shift our focus from, do you know what I'm...
Sometimes different realities in and of themselves, by definition, represent an integrated state.
Okay.
So it's not that you have to still have the attributes of the you in the other reality to assume you are integrated. It's that shifting to a more integrated reality can be represented in and of itself by a particular version of you. Does that make sense?
Yes, I guess I still have this idea, and maybe I can't understand it
Yes.
from... Is there still a consciousness alive in the place that burns?
Yes, of course.
Is that not part of her?
It is not part of her.
Okay.
It's part of the oversoul that gives life to them both.
So who is this part that chooses the focus?
The oversoul.
So the oversoul chooses to have conscious focus awareness somewhere and not put its attention otherwhere, but it still has...
Its attention is everywhere.
Okay.
The point is, however, is that for that parallel reality that you are now talking about, that she, quote unquote, has shifted to, her focus of attention in that reality makes it seem as if the other realities are now subsidiary. Okay. Just as you right now make it seem as if any other simultaneous reality is subsidiary. It doesn't mean that there isn't consciousness in all the other versions of you simultaneously. But for you right now in this reality, the definition of you in this reality makes the other reality seem subsidiary. So the definition of her in the reality makes the other ones seem subsidiary. When we talk about the idea of shifting, that is also to some degree an analogy.
Okay.
Because you all exist everywhere at once. So really, if you want me to be very precise,
Please.
No real shift has actually occurred per se. It's just that the oversoul is now choosing, in a sense, to allow that aspect of itself to have an experience that makes it seem as if all other subsidiary selves are in fact not really directly involved anymore. Does this make any sense to you in third dimensional language?
Yes, so you're really saying that what I experience here is my consciousness is really so overshadowed by this the oversoul is picking on a sense. There's
not
a combination.
That it's overshadowed. It's that you have made an agreement.
Right.
And in that agreement, you have agreed to experience certain things, a certain definition of that reality.
Okay.
And in that definition, oftentimes, you, because of the way you're used to experiencing reality, will make all other parallel simultaneous realities subsidiary. Now, she could have gone into that reality, so to speak, let's just say awakened to that point of view, also still very aware of the one in the other reality simultaneously that did not stop the fire, so to speak. You follow me? Mm-hmm. That can be done. and often actually is done. But because of the way your people have been taught to think about consciousness, often when that's done, you call them crazy and insane or multiple personality disorders. You follow me? Mm-hmm. It's not that you can't be simultaneously aware of more than one reality. It's just that you haven't practiced learning how to integrate them in a way, most of you, that allows you to make sense of that multiple awareness in each of the realities constructively. Those of you that can do that are not labeled insane, you're labeled genius. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Or savants. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Does this answer the question?
Yes, I have an additional question.
All right.
You've referenced the oversoul.
Oversoul.
Let's say in this time and space of my life,
Yes.
are there other pieces of my oversoul that I am interacting with here physically?
Simultaneous co-incarnations?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Part
A
is
two-parter.
Two-parter.
All
And
right, part one.
And I know that part two is appropriate. I know it. Part one is a dream that I was awakened from this morning with a thunderous bang outside.
Thunderous bang.
Right.
All right.
And in the physical, there was
Yes.
a physical event going on that awoke me from this dream, and the
Yes.
dream was in the dream. You know, we had the Topanga fires recently, and
All right, we understand, yes.
I had to load the car with everything that was important to me and wait to see if we had to evacuate.
Yes.
And we didn't, in the sense. So then I unloaded the car, and everything's fine. So in the dream, I dreamed that I'm living in a city.
By the way, everything's fine anyway.
Right, right.
Go ahead.
Thank you. In the dream, I'm living in a city, and I look out instead of in the woods where I really live.
Yes.
And I'm looking out the window, and the city is ablaze, and
Yes.
there's a bridge, and I'm seeing, oh my God, it's really time to get out now.
All right.
And there's no time to pack the car with everything I love.
Yes.
And so I'm very calm, and
All
I
right.
just go, oh, okay, I'll just pack it with the doggy toys.
Oh, all right.
2 of each.
2 of each.
2 of each, right.
So now you have your own little ark of doggy toys.
I have my own little, and only one dog, but he gets 2 of each of his style of toy.
Yes.
So I think that's
But
very...
there are 2 dogs.
Yes, and I thought, where did that dog come from? Because I only have one dog.
Yes.
Where did that
So,
dog come from, Bashar?
Where did that dog come from?
Where did that dog come from? I
Are
don't know. Are you going to tell me?
you serious?
Oh no! Of course. People think I'm a dog sometimes because I love them so much. I think like them. I totally get them.
And it's representative of your serious connection.
Of course. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, and the fire being real comfortable.
Yes.
Okay, so now we'll go to part 2.
Oh, part 2. All right.
Okay, I might get real emotional on this, so
Oh, that's
just
all
be
right.
prepared.
Have you been fake emotional up to now?
No.
Now you're going to get real emotional?
Oh. No, I mean
Yes, I understand. I'm teasing you.
volume-wise. Okay, no. Thank you.
Throwing you doggy toys.
Thank you. Okay. Back when the big fire happened.
Yes, the
from
big fire.
Malibu and was rushing towards Topanga.
Yes.
We had to evacuate with all of our animals and be outside of the canyon for 3 days watching TV, not knowing if our house was okay. So we're sitting and we're a nervous wreck. I'm absolutely petrified. My stomach is turned inside out. I've never been so scared in my life.
Oh, all right. How exciting.
It went deep. Yeah.
Yes.
So then all of a sudden we're watching TV and I see the picture on the screen is the view outside my window.
Yes. And you go, oh, look, there's my house.
Yeah. It's a hillside that I meditate on the rocks on that hillside.
Yes.
The blaze was on the hillside exactly next to it, about, I was guessing, 10 to 15 fire seconds as the fire was moving away.
Yes. And?
Time of moment of reckoning, right?
Yes.
Shock.
Yes.
I hear a voice inside my head say no to the fire. I'm thinking, right?
Yes.
And it's my unseen friends, and I'm going, that's totally stupid. And then the next thing
You
that
have
I
stupid
thought,
unseen friends?
No. It was the thought that I had. It was the thought that
Yes,
I thought it was a stupid thought.
Doggy toys, doggy toys.
Thank you. Okay. So then I'm thinking, well, what other choice do I have? You know, we've already gone through 2 seconds with that thought.
Yes.
And so I thought, okay. And so I try to say no, and nothing comes out. There's nothing. My vocal cords won't work.
Oh, all right.
So then I try again, and nothing comes out. And I try again, and there's like this gross little squeak kind of comes out. And I'm trying, and I'm really giving it everything I've got to say no to the fire. And finally, a little no comes out, and then a bigger no comes out, and then, no, you son of a bitch, no! Starts screaming, coming out. The girl next to me is screaming the same thing. She's also a channel. And we're screaming. And all of a sudden, the energy, it was like we were in the middle of a hurricane, and it was blasting. And all of a sudden, everything went totally calm.
Yes.
And
the eye of the storm.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we felt.
Yes.
We looked at each other like, what the hell just happened?
What the heaven just happened.
What the heaven just happened. And the picture had changed from the screen, so we couldn't tell in physical reality what happened, right?
Yes.
But we chose to feel that meant everything was okay. And when we got home 3 days later, they had stopped the fire exactly there.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So now this has been a really big event in my life.
Yes.
And when I try to share it with people, they get a little overwhelmed.
I see.
But I think this is the right place to talk about this because...
Well, obviously, because you already are.
Right. Right. Because obviously there was some big time synchronicity going on there.
Oh, yes. And it sounds
involved...
like your invisible friends threw you a bone.
Well, it does, doesn't it?
Yes.
And it was a life-changing, reality-shattering...
Life-changing, yes. Which means you are not the same person.
I have never been the same person
in the same reality
then.
At all.
Uh-huh.
So what actually happened?
Okay, now here's what I came up with.
Yes.
And with some help from Tora,
yes,
came up with, but she didn't give me the whole thing. He didn't give me the whole thing.
Understood.
Okay. Because there's this outside reality occurring.
There is?
Oh, well, I'm not going to be able to get through this without you bumping me, are you? Okay. All right.
Do you want me to relax the leash a little bit?
A tad, yes. Please.
All right. Go ahead, run around. Chase your tail for a while.
Oh, no, I can't believe you're doing this to me. Okay. Where was I? Okay, why?
Fetch.
Why? I've always cared more about dogs than people. I mean, I pull my car over on the side of the street to see the dogs. Yes. What?
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yes.
I don't know. There's the big puppy dog eyes. They just get me. They just get me. What's the difference?
All right. Well, go on with your story.
Okay. That's another time. Okay. So when I talked to Tora about it about a week later after the fires, I said, this is what happened. What do you think? He said, well, you didn't stop the fire with your anger, Victoria.
Yes.
You stopped the fire with your love. And I went, yeah, I can see that the love was under the anger. Okay. And then I was thinking later.
Yes.
And I thought, it also felt that like there was kind of a divine intervention in some
No.
way. Well, that's what I wanted to clarify, because that I
Do
needed
you know
that
what
to
happened?
put there.
Based on what we have talked about the nature of the structure of existence, do you understand what obviously happened? I already just gave you a clue. You're not the same person, not in the same reality.
I changed that reality because I chose.
No,
Right.
you didn't change the reality. You shifted to another one, representative of your preferential state of being. You tunneled through with your energy. That eye of the storm feeling was literally you tunneling through, shifting your frequency from one reality to another that simultaneously coexist, parallel reality. One reality in which the fire swept through that area, taking everything with it, another in which the fire stops at that point. You shifted to the reality in which the fire stops.
So I didn't stop it? I just shifted
You can't
realities?
stop it. It's already existing in every possible configuration that it can.
Oh.
It's not about changing the outer reality, because there isn't one. It's about changing the inner reality and experiencing the result reflected back to you of the new reality you have taken yourself to.
So all that emotion that was going on in me, that was the turmoil and the terrifiedness of the 3 days,
Yes.
and the trying to then access my vocal cords,
Yes.
and having such difficulty doing
Yes.
that, was a physical part of shifting that.
Yes.
Yes. Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Remember, we have talked about the idea that oftentimes shifting from one dimension to another will actually experience a little bit of what you might call temporary paralysis, because you're attempting to still work in one dimension when you're no longer there. So as soon as you hit the eye of the storm, you were free. In that sense, you had made the shift. You were now working in a new dimension, a new parallel reality, where you had finally let go of all the things that belonged in the old reality that no longer work. And then you could speak.
And then the experience of the fires got less each time.
Yes.
Even in the dream. In the dream
Yes.
state, it got
Yes.
less.
Yes.
Even
As
though it
you
was
shift
right
your
outside the
realities in
window.
that direction, that can be one result. Yes.
But then it has more to it than that, because
Well, of
it's
course.
not just fires. It's
No. It's everything.
It's
But that's
everything.
your focus. That's what you're using as your transformational crucible symbol.
which is what fire is.
Yes.
Right.
Does this help?
Yeah.
Are you proud that you have arrived at this realization?
Proud? Oh, that's an interesting word.
Yes. It's all right. I'm not going to put a negative spin on it.
Okay. Am I proud?
Do you feel good and appropriate that you have arrived
Oh,
at
I
this
feel
realization?
ecstatic.
Thank you.
To, but proud threw me a little bit.
All right. Why?
Why?
Yes.
Because I'm kind of thinking, been taught that proud is not really a good emotion to have.
I see. You think it comes with arrogance and negative ego.
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to.
Right. Oh.
Pride in the positive sense can also simply be the recognition of your own beauty. You understand? The recognition of your belonging to all that is.
Oh, thank you.
That you
because-
acknowledge and accept and own yourself completely. It can be that too.
Without that negative tinge
Without
to
the
it.
negative idea.
Yeah. Thank you, because I haven't been willing to let myself do that
Well,
because
all right.
of that
Are
definition.
you willing to now?
Oh, yeah.
Then.
Oh, yeah. I'll work on
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Then, has this helped?
Yes. So much. Thank you.
Then you may please take a bow wow. Well, you can say it however you wish. Bow, wow. What is your present time frame?
12 o'clock.
We have whatever time we say we have.
Oh, yes.
You may continue briefly.
Thank you, Bashar. Thank you for the motion with the dot.
Yes.
And the meditation this morning. It really shifted me, or allowed me to shift.
Thank you.
Rather dramatically from where I've been stuck for the last few years,
All
or
right.
allowed myself to be.
Thank you.
And really remember where I was and how I could move forward.
All right.
And I have a question.
Yes.
I hope that you can give me some insight as to the numbers. Last night, during the lottery, I was drawn number 3 of 10.
Yes.
And my parking ticket, the numerical value on the number on the ticket was 201020.
All right.
And so there's 2 20s that keep representing themselves, and I have these numbers represented all the time.
Synchronistically.
Synchronistically. Is this a positive synchronicity? Is
Do you
this
want it to
something-
be?
I do.
Well, then it is.
Okay. My question is, this session has really helped me to shift. Do you feel that it could be a copy of it could be received positively by the individual known to you as Dawn?
A copy of it could be received positively?
Yeah.
There
That
is
it could
always
have-
a positive way to do anything.
Okay.
The individuals must simply assess for themselves what methodology represents the idea of the expression of positive reality for them.
Right, but I would be sending it unconditionally, but do you perceive that it would be received
We cannot make that determination. It
by
is
the
up to Dawn.
individual? Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank
I really just, I mean, it's been absolutely amazing this morning. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Are you still exploring democracy?
Absolutely.
Did you find the
Absolutely.
difference between democracy and republic?
No, not as of yet.
Shall I help?
Please.
A democracy is that which allows for an unlimited majority to rule, but absolutely provides no basis for the protection of individual or minority rights. A republic allows there to be a democratic process of voting, but through a constitution imposes controls on the majority to allow for individual and minority rights. Now, which do you prefer?
Honestly, I think I prefer true democracy.
I have just told you the difference.
Right.
So you are saying that you are in favor of an unlimited majority with absolutely no regard for individual or minority rights.
Yes.
Why?
Because the will of the people should be the will of the planet.
But you see, the idea is the will of the people are expressed in a constitution, not in a majority system.
Well, if the Constitution were upheld, then that might make sense.
That's
but
the key.
Since the Constitution
That's
isn't upheld
the
under the
key.
Republic, then the Republic
No.
isn't working.
The republic doesn't work when it is replaced by a pure majority democracy. And that's what has happened.
No, because if our system were working as a democracy, the situations that we're in right now, we wouldn't be in because it's not the will of the majority.
The situation, however, that you are missing is that the structure, the form of government called a democracy, is what allows for the continuation of what you don't want. The form of government called the republic is the only way to bring to light how the republic has been misrepresented.
Okay.
You cannot, as your Einstein said, solve a problem from the same level in which the problem was created.
That makes a lot of sense on a lot of levels to me right now. It
All
really
right.
does. It's really
Do a
it's
little
really
bit
clear.
more of your own research, and you will see that just because there may be corruption in a republic that allows there to be a misrepresentation doesn't mean that you abandon the idea itself. It simply means that you need to educate people to go back to it, which a democracy will not allow you to do. So do some more research. You will see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello and good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you. I just want to tell my experience and see what you...
Speak up and be bold so that all may hear what you have to share.
In 2004,
Yes?
I think I was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana around then.
You think?
No, I was.
All right. You are en route to?
No, I wasn't en route. I was at work, actually.
You were at work?
Yeah.
All right.
And I had an experience where out of the nothingness, this pure intelligence came out.
Yes.
I can't describe it.
Yes.
All I can say was pure absolute consciousness.
And what was the effect of this experience?
Well, I noticed that myself inside of it, well, my I am presence, it was like me looking back at myself.
Yes.
But it was much greater than me.
Yes.
And
Because you were in touch with more of the all that is.
And I just want to, was there a reason why I experienced that, or
No,
was that
none
actually the-
whatsoever. Are you exploring the idea of the expansion of consciousness?
Oh, yes, I am.
Well, wouldn't that be reason enough to have that kind of an experience as part of that exploration?
Oh, yes, it would. Yeah.
Well, does it have to be more complicated than that?
No.
Is that sufficient?
Yes, yes,
Are you sure?
yes.
All right. Does it feel good?
It feels really good, yeah.
All right. Do you want to expand some more?
Oh, yes, I would.
Well, then you can expect to have more experiences, can't you?
Yes, of
All
course.
right. Does that feel good too?
Yes, it does.
All right. Does this help?
Yes, it does a lot.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Yes, one more thing
Yes.
about the photon belt.
Yes.
Do you know when exactly our solar system is gonna?
It's not really the kind of phenomenon that many of your people think it is. It's simply the leading edge of the collective consciousness wave that represents the crossing of a threshold expressed in electromagnetic terms in your physical reality. Do you understand? You're crossing through it now. 2012 represents the threshold point of critical mass.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Does that help?
Yes. So where are you? Just that. Okay, I understand.
It's the leading edge of the collective consciousness that desires a shift. And thus then critical mass will be crossed in 2012, where the electromagnetic energy will express itself in a more accelerated way on your planet in a variety of phenomenologies, some of which can be the idea of more positive accelerated ideas being able to come to the forefront of manifestation if there is harmonious behavior behind them. Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We will now, at this time, suggest that you take your refreshment break. At the same time, you will also be playing a little game. So while you take your refreshment break, write down at least 5 things you absolutely know for a fact, without question. Absolutely without question. 5 things you know for a fact. You can start with I am. I'll let you cheat a little bit. But at least 5 things. 10 if you wish. But 5 things you absolutely don't question that you know. That come from a state of knowingness. And it can be anything. It can be, I absolutely know my dog loves me. As long as it's something you absolutely know without question. At least 5. That is your assignment during your refreshment break. We will discuss some of those when we resume contact. Enjoy. We will resume contact in 1.5 of your hours. Good day. How's it going? Mathematics.
I'm very interested in if mathematics is basic to reality.
It depends.
And
there are some constants, but not everywhere. And of course, it can be expressed differently by different civilizations and cultures.
The same mathematics can be expressed differently.
Of course. For example, what you call in your quantum physics formulas or equations using mathematical symbols that express the idea known as the uncertainty principle, or such similar concepts, might be expressed in our civilization simply by a geometric form, rather than an equation of symbols. Do you follow me?
I follow, but that means that there's a mathematical structure, more basic, of which these two are models.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And also, some New Age literature speaks about there being 7 levels or 12 dimensions. But the number 7 seems particularly significant, as there being soul groups being multiples of 7.
Well, yes, but remember that while accurate from their perception, some of those hierarchical distinctions, while to some degree representative of different frequency levels, are also distinctly germane to the level that is perceiving them. Other realities might perceive the same concept in a number of different ways.
Okay, because I thought that if there are 7 levels and not 8 or 9 or whatever, that seems to contradict the idea that all that is really all that is.
Again, the idea of 7 levels, as I said, is an arbitrary distinction being made from your reality. It's the way your reality needs to interpret the concept of infinity for itself in a certain way. From the level of all that is, it doesn't necessarily see itself as being separated into 7 levels. But it understands that from the Earth perspective, 7 levels makes the most sense based on the frequencies and the juxtaposition of geometries and mathematics of energy as you need to express the concept of shifting frequencies.
Okay, but it also seems that there is a basic physics to reality, to energy, to consciousness, and that seems to imply that because of the nature of energy, some things are possible and some things are not possible.
Some things are possible or not possible within any localized reality. But anything you can imagine exists somewhere within infinity, or you could not imagine it.
Okay, but it means that if I can imagine it, then it exists?
It exists somewhere. It may not be pertinent to your local reality.
I understand, but my imagination can be limited because
your imagination may be limited, but anything you are capable of imagining exists. I'm not saying you can imagine everything that is, but I'm saying everything you do imagine does exist somewhere.
Okay, but I can imagine that all that is all that it can be, but not all that. All that it can be seems to be, well, maybe it cannot be everything. So maybe it's limited because it's nature.
All right, but what you have simply now done is imagined a limited all that is within an infinite one. You see, you have created a localized representation within an infinite one.
Okay.
That's what you've done with your imagination. Yes, of course, you can imagine a limited all that is. And that exists within the infinite one.
Okay. Does it also mean that there's no limit to how good you can feel?
Well, that is a relatively subjective thing. You could say that there might be various ways in which people interpret the concept of feeling good.
That's right, yeah.
So it would depend on a case-by-case basis as to what that individual might mean by, I feel good. In a sense, there is no limit, pragmatically, to how good you can feel. But there might be certain states of being that you might imagine would be ecstatic states that may not actually be capable of being experienced by your neurological system.
Okay, that keys into the next question is that I understand everything is equally valuable.
Yes.
So the ant is equally valuable as all that is.
Yes.
But the localized consciousness is limited. So it cannot, for instance, choose to experience ecstasy or something like that.
Yes, it can.
Okay.
Within its own framework, to whatever degree it is capable of experiencing something, it is free to choose to experience that thing.
I understand, but with the concept of the oversoul,
yes,
it seems as if that's the way, that's the life you want. The oversoul experiences everything, and the
now you are making a value judgment. When you say it seems that that's the life you want, you are devaluing the fact that you chose to have this life.
Well, not in an absolute value sense as that it has value, but in a sense that it is preferable.
What I am saying is, the reason you chose the life you're living is because at the time you made that choice, this was preferable too. You just don't remember. It's equal in preference to the oversoul's existence. And from that level, you knew that. Right now, you don't know that.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone who would like to share more of what they know?
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day. What do you know for sure?
What do I know through your teachings? And so I thank you.
What do you know?
Okay.
Doesn't matter how you know it. Through me, through anything. What do you know?
I know that I'm multidimensional.
All right.
I know.
How do you know that?
I just know.
All right. There's no doubt, there's no question
There's
for
no
you
doubt.
at this point in your life.
Right.
It is an absolute certainty for you.
Yes.
Thank you. What else do you know?
Reality is an illusion.
Yet the experience of it is real. All right. What else do you know?
I know that I'm consciousness in the form, this human form, and with this particular personality.
Yes.
And that my reality is shaped by my beliefs.
All right.
And I'm working hard to change this. And
you know you're what? You know you're working hard?
Well, right, I know that.
All right.
With a lot of certainty.
All right.
And finally, recently, I know I'm loved unconditionally by all that is.
Thank you. Is this state of knowing capable thus then of being applied to other areas of your life where you feel more uncertain?
Yes.
All right. You know that too then?
Yes.
All right. Anything else you want to squeak in there that you know for sure?
Not that I can think of right now.
All right. So at this moment you know that you don't know anything else. For sure. Correct?
That's correct.
So that's something else you know.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's be thorough after all.
Okay.
Is there something you wish to share?
In terms of questions?
If you wish.
Oh, okay. Yes, first of all, I did also want to thank you, of course, for the interaction, send you infinite love, and that every moment spent with you, each and every moment, is a pleasure.
With you all as well.
Yes.
Or we wouldn't do it.
Thank you. I also wanted to first share that the impact of what you presented earlier in terms of the I am message.
Yes.
Because not only did it help with the knowingness, but it helped me to realize the importance of the energy behind words and phrases and symbols and sound and whatnot.
All right.
It really...
Thank you. All of you together, I am.
I am.
Just a reminder of how simple it is to be in a knowing state.
And it's interesting because there was a time when I couldn't say those words. I was a little hesitant and maybe even a little fearful, like as if I didn't want to reach that point. So
yes.
Okay. I think these are two quick questions. Going back to the analogy that you used about the matrix of now moments.
Yes.
I really love that analogy because I tend to think of it in that way.
Oh, all right.
So I kind of envision that there's this matrix and, there's all the possibilities.
Yes.
And just as an example, I'm preparing for an interview for a job.
Yes.
And say that in that matrix, there's a particular path, that I've been moving along. And there's going to be one of those moments that's the interview.
Yes.
And whatever energy I bring into that particular moment,
yes.
My question is, since I'm interacting with another consciousness,
so to speak.
Okay. Well, that's part of it too, because if we're all one, I'm trying to figure this out.
Remember, it's this and that, not this or that. You are interacting with another consciousness, and you're also interacting with your own. Only.
Okay.
Because any other consciousness you interact with, you still have to create your version of in your reality in order to perceive it.
Right. So in other words, is it saying that we can kind of pick and choose literally the reality that we want to have, so I can pick that now moment that I want to have in the time of the interview?
Gosh, I guess so. I guess that's what we've been saying for, 24 of your years.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Choose. Yes.
Choose.
Without expectation.
But now, why do you say that?
Because we understand that the mechanisms of your personality will often think, I can choose for this to come out exactly this way with this outcome, this consequence, this result. Mm-hmm. Not understanding that the moment you do that, often what you're doing is actually limiting yourself, judging yourself, shutting the doors to the way in which the manifestation could actually occur in a greater form than you ever imagined.
Okay.
So go into the moment, being the moment, because that's the moment you want to be, not because of what you think that moment will get you.
Okay.
Because when you do that, you are doing what? You are conditionalizing infinity. You are putting conditions on infinity. Saying, I only want it to come out this way. If it doesn't come out this way, my life's not working.
Okay.
And then you take yourself out of the state. The only purpose for being in the state you prefer to be in is to be in the state you prefer to be in.
Okay.
Circumstances don't matter. Only your state of being matters.
Very good.
Does that help?
It certainly does.
Thank you.
Thank you. And one last question.
Yes.
This refers to what I'm going to call for the moment the back end part of the mechanism for physical healing.
The back end part of the mechanism.
The front end is, recently you described permission slips, and so I understand what you were saying there, and say that a person wants to do some physical healing, and they could either choose perhaps an allopathic form or a holistic form, say detoxification, or even energy healing, and this is the reason why I lead to this question. So the person's frequency, their belief system, will determine which option they choose. And then you were also describing that it's really, all those methods are valid, but it's the power that we put behind, our belief and the method that we choose that actually generates the healing. Did I understand that correctly?
The idea is that you give off a frequency. Others that are attracted to you pick up on that frequency. Mm-hmm. They can then decide that if that frequency matches the idea of their perfect ideal state of health, if they then choose to match that frequency, that's what they will experience.
Okay.
But you are putting out a frequency to allow them to use it however they wish. Mm-hmm. If for some reason it serves everyone that you would attract a person who adamantly believes they cannot be healed by anyone, and they expose themselves to your frequency and are not healed, they do not heal themselves, then they get to say, see, I proved it. My belief stands. And you have helped them reinforce a belief that they have chosen to hold on to by them not allowing themselves to be healed. So you have still served them. Does that make sense?
Yes, I do understand that.
That's also why you don't need to have expectation. Because you don't necessarily need to know what anyone else's agenda is in coming to you. They may come to you to reinforce a belief they simply don't want to give up. But you've still helped them by helping them do what they want to do. Now, that may not happen in the majority of cases, but you have to allow for it because that's valid for them. Make sense?
Yes. Now, what I was referring to is like kind of like the back end of the mechanism.
Yes.
Like with energy healing, if a person believes that that will heal them,
yes,
and it truly does. What my question is, from that belief
yes,
to our physical body, which has its own consciousness,
yes,
I was wondering what that mechanism is. In other words, is it that the power of the belief and the intention actually, more or less, I'm using these words loosely, sends instructions to the consciousness of the physical body that, you know, does
it is a form of communication, yes.
Okay.
It's a pattern of energy that then, if harmonized with, will create certain results, yes.
And since the physical body, or as the way we understand it, breaks down to, I'll just say, subatomic particles and whatnot. So each one has its own consciousness and intelligence.
Absolutely.
And because the physical body is integrated, then it all heals together.
It works together.
Yeah, okay.
Or not,
Okay.
if that serves a purpose.
Okay.
Now, with regard to, again, the belief system in healing, do you understand that even in what you call your allopathic medicinal methodologies, the most powerful form of healing known is the placebo?
Yes, 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 yes.
In fact, actual drug tests are always measured against the placebo, because if the drug is even 5% more effective than the placebo, it's considered extremely effective because the placebo is so effective.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
The belief system of the person is the most effective thing, and your medical doctors know that. And that's why in doing their drug testing, because the placebo effect is actually responsible for such a high percentage of healing, even if the drug is a little bit better, that's the only criteria they need to say the drug is effective, because if it's no better than the placebo, it's not effective.
Right.
Because the placebo is so effective. The belief system is so much more effective. Make sense?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Much love to you.
And you as well. All of you take a deep breath. Relax, relax. Take another deep breath. Relax, relax. And one more time. Deep breath in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Don't let it out. Hold it until you know that if you don't let it out, you're going to pass out. Hold it, hold it. Oh, all right, let it out. Doesn't that feel good? Why does that feel so good? Not just the oxygen. You're centering yourselves, but also you're letting go of a state you know will not serve you. So the idea of entering the state of knowingness will feel like a great sigh of release, because you know that any other state other than that is not the ideal state that serves you. It is not your natural state. It is not the state of your true self. It has been said in your literature, know thyself. This is why. What it simply means is take yourself to a place of knowingness. For in that state, not only will you know yourself, not only will you see more clearly all the things, not only will you discern more clearly all the things that are you, but more clearly all the things that are not you. You will know what you are, you will know what you're not, and when you know what you are, you will see, feel, experience more of the connection with the knowing of all that is, that knows you are expressions of the infinite, that knows you are unconditionally loved, that knows your true nature. You know it too. Don't deny it to yourself. You deserve it. Don't deny it to yourself. It is your true essential nature to be in a knowing state. Relax. 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 All the things that are not of the knowing state. On a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis. Relax. Do it. Do it.